Am I a control freak? Has anybody ever told you that you're a control freak? Have you gotten that in feedback from anyone, or if you've ever wondered, am I too controlling? There are 7 psychological markers that will tell you whether yes or no you are or you are not a control freak. And today I'm going to give you all 7 of those. But first, before we get to that, can you check and see if you're a subscriber here? And if not, just know that we have content like this all the time to help you live a better, happier, and more successful life. So go ahead and click that subscribe button and the little bell, and we will be right back with those 7 signs that you are definitely a control freak.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
If you've ever gotten feedback from anybody that you're a little bit too controlling, I'll let you know that the person who gave you that feedback is absolutely right. From their perception, you're too controlling. But were they right? Actually, were they right? That's for you to decide. I'm about to give you the 7 psychological signs that you are a control freak. So if you really want to learn a lot from this video, go ahead and get paper and a pen, or you can open up the comment section here. I'm talking about taking some notes, guys, because when you take notes, your learning is amplified. Okay, so sign number 1 that you're a control freak is that you don't work well with a team. If you don't end up working well when you're working with a team of other people, you might be too controlling. The folks who don't do well with teams are either too controlling or not participatory enough. So those are the 2 different ends of that spectrum, either too controlling or not participatory enough. Too controlling will, if a person is too controlling and they're working with a team, it will really cause the team to fall apart. It doesn't do well. Nobody really likes to be micromanaged. Now, as someone who's managed people a lot in her career, I can tell you occasionally there is a place for micromanaging, but it is very, very few and far between. So just look back in your history, through school, through your professional life. Have you worked well as in a team? And if not, it might be a sign that you're controlling. So if that's true for you, go ahead and just mark down true. We're going to get to the end and see how many yeses you have and make the call. All right, number 2, if you take 100% responsibility for your own success, that is a sign that you're too controlling. Wait a minute. I've told you time and time again in these videos, you have to take 100% responsibility for yourself, right? Yes, for yourself. For your actions, your thoughts, your habits, your patterns, but not your success. If I'm 100% responsible for my success, then I haven't worked with anybody. No one's ever helped me. I've never asked someone to point to me my blind spots, which is the point of a coach, right? So if you think that you're 100% responsible for your own success, that means that you have huge blinders on, because your road to success is paved with you as the primary paver, but there are also people who come along throughout your life. There are awards that I've won, some of them back there on that table. And did I win those awards? Is that my success? No. A team came together and won that together. It wasn't just me. So if you're taking 100% responsibility, it may show that you need to put your ego in check just a little bit, and it might show that you're a little bit too controlling. Number 3, if you use a lot of your time and energy, your brain power, trying to change other people, oh, I just wish that he would stop doing that, or I wish she would stop doing that, and trying to convince them to change, you might be a control freak. Other people have a right to do and be however they want to do and be. Now, I'm a mother. We've got 5 kids. I get that there's a time to guide, there's a time to mold, there's a time to influence the situation. But changing others that are outside of your boundaries of appropriate communication is a definite sign of a control freak. Also, number 4, do you have long-term relationships? Most control freaks have a hard time maintaining successful and healthy long-term relationships. Now, they might have long-term relationships, but listen to the adjectives I used there. Listen to the description. successful and healthy long-term relationships. Look at your friendships. Do you still speak to people from childhood? Do you have anything to do with people who you've known for more than a year or two? Or do you have a constant revolving door of friends? If you don't have good, healthy, successful, meaningful long-term relationships, go ahead and just mark down yes for this one, and we will move along. If you don't have those relationships, it's definitely a sign of someone who's a little bit too controlling. All right, number 5. Do you spend a lot of your energy focusing on or trying to prevent bad things from happening? Are you a little bit afraid of what comes next? Are you a little too anticipatory and you start to make moves leading up to whatever that thing is that's going to happen? From one former control freak to possibly a current control freak. Stop it. Live your life in the moment. You can set goals, you can make changes, you can set things up to come. But when you live in a way that you're constantly creating this facade, or you're constantly creating these bolsters to get you over the next roadblock, that roadblock might not ever be there. It could be a lot of wasted energy, and that is a sign that you are too controlling. All right, number 6. Are you good at working with people, even like as a manager with a team? Are you good at delegating tasks, letting other people do things? Or do you think, no, I'm just going to go ahead and do it because I know the right way to do it and I want it done the way that I want it done, and so I'm going to do it so it's done that way? Any guilty parties here? Anybody? Maybe? If you don't delegate, if you don't trust other people to do things, even if it's not going to be done your perfect way, that's a sign that you're being too controlling. There are a million little ways that you can test this. In a home, if you live in a home with other people, are you super particular about the way that things are done, like laundry or loading the dishwasher, or the way that things are kept or placed or stored? Not your personal items, but common items in the household. Are you a little bit too controlling over the way that things are done at work? That has to be done the specific way. You're not going to let somebody else go and put their spin on it. You won't delegate that to somebody else. If you have a problem handing off tasks that, let's face it, other people can accomplish, you're probably too controlling. And number 7, this is one that I'm very guilty of and have been for years. Are you too hard on yourself and others? If you're too hard on yourself and others and you set crazy high impossible standards, you're probably a control freak. And you might also be a perfectionist. That's another video that you can search for on our GILD Coaching YouTube channel. But yeah, sorry to tell you, if you're really, really, really hard on yourself and you're hard on others, both of those, then you're probably, if you're not already a control freak, you're on your way there. So you really need to put yourself in check. Okay, so go back and look at these 7. Let's see, you don't work well with a team. You think that your success is 100% you. You try to change others. You don't have long-term relationships. You put a lot of energy into focusing on not having bad things happen. You don't delegate well, and you're too hard on yourself. How many of those are you guilty of? 1, not a big deal. 2, not a big deal. 3, you're on your way to being too controlling. 4, warning. 5, definitely. Anything over 5, you're definitely a control freak. And I would love for you to look in the description of this video and reach out to us for some help, because we can help you change those patterns that you'll live a better life and you can have better communication and better long-term relationships. You're welcome to reach out to us anytime. We even have a free community on Facebook where all of our coaches are, and you can find us there for free. All right, if this video has been of any help to you, be controlling and push the thumbs up button, and make sure that you've subscribed and hit the bell so that you can help us out a little bit for giving you all this information. And that way you will know the next time that we drop a video to help you live a life with lower stress and more success. See you next time.